Okay, this short one here is on a Cessna 195A model. It's 1953. It's got a Jacobs engine in here. It's modified, 375 horsepower. Haven't had it all fuel injected. And what we're doing is we put in a S-tec System 30 Autopilot. It's just a little quickie here. Previously we installed the GTX 650 GPS, the number one up here on the top, and a GNC 255 Navcom. Bottom is a fuel management. It's got the an audio panel that was in it already. Over here to the left we have the RCL, an electronic liquid crystal display attitude gyro, and we have the number 1 nav indicator, the number 2 nav indicator. Evan had a circuit breaker panel installed in here. This is not something we did. We did the avionics in it. And this is the indicator turn coordinator head for the S-tec System 30 Autopilot. On the control wheel we put the push buttons for the mic on the left, altitude engage, disengage in the middle. On the right one with the red button is the autopilot disconnect. I'm going to get up here for a second. We're going to pause this. Okay, hopefully this is a better shot inside. We added a Sigmatech 52D54 directional gyro for the heading reference bug for the autopilot. And if I can do this, stabilization mode allows it to turn left, turn right, do whatever you command the thing to do. Heading bug follows the heading, of course. Okay, you've seen all this kind of stuff before. In the center is a heater that was installed by Full Throttle up here. It's not stock, this is all stainless steel. And then in the back of the aircraft we have, turn my light on, the servos that we installed back here. The first one here is the roll servo mounted to this plate. The box below the roll servo is the pitch computer that you can see. And then if I can do this, back here is the pitch servo. And you hear it dithering right now, which means it's constantly running back and forth. It never totally shuts off. And to the side, little focus, we've got the remote mounted transponder, GTN, I think it's a 32, Transcal SSD RS-232 serial port encoder, and then just above that is the transducer for the altitude hold for the autopilot. Okay, we moved into the aft end of the aircraft here. I can show you some of this. This is the platform that we installed here for the pitch computer. It has to be within plus or minus 10 degrees of level flight. We pretty much got it nailed there. The roll servo is installed on this plate. As you can see, it goes from the top of the baggage closeout down to the bottom. And there's a servo in there, and we're captured on the cable right in here, and also down in here. And you can see the bottom where the uprights are attached. Get the light going a little bit better over here. That hold the L brackets. And then up at the top, you can see the attach points at the top that hold the L channel that the main autopilot roll servo is attached to. And the pitch servo is on this assembly here. So this is the S-tec bracket that mounts to the center stringer here. Come around this side, you can see it better. So there's our stringer, there's the bracket, there's the servo, and then it attaches to, if I can do this, it attaches to the tube here that provides the up and down on the tail. So you can see where we've got the turnbuckle in here all safetied. The cable actually goes through up to that pulley up there, and then back around through the cat spin head, and then to the turnbuckle to operate the autopilot. So we just had to show you a little bit of the back end of this here. And while we're back here with some light on it, there's the GTX 32 remote mounted transponder and the Transcal solid state RS-232 output altitude encoder, and then the back side of the transducer for the altitude hold on it. So we've got that, and that's pretty much the autopilot. It looks like we're going to turn this around. If I can be real creative here and do this without blinding myself or messing things up. We'll do a 180. And yes, we do fit in the back of a Cessna 195A. So we'll cramp back here. We're straddling the torque tube here for the elevators in the back there. So we normally don't have to get back this far, but I did to shoot this video. Okay, well, there's a tour of the autopilot installation in this 1953 Cessna 195A. Hope that was kind of informative. Thought we were done, but we're not. I figured while I'm in the back of the plane here, this is a good opportunity to do a little panning here of the heater, stainless steel, that's been installed. And up to the front cockpit, we've got the seats out still. We're going to keep those out till the owner arrives tomorrow. And there's another shot of the cockpit up there. We got everything turned off so nothing's lit up, but you see engine instrumentation on the right, avionics stack in the center, and the pilot's main instrument panel on the left hand side with the circuit breakers below it, throttle quadrant, and everything else, and the throw over control yoke. Okay, now we are done.